So in this tutorial, we are going to first look at how to download and install Google Earth Pro. We're going to look at the app interface and some functionalities within the app. So to download the app, you want to start by launching your web browser. Open a new tab and in your new tab type Google Earth Pro. And make sure you're connected to the internet. From the result, click on this link, Get Versions. As you can see, there are three versions here. We have the web version where you do everything on the web. We have the mobile app version, and we have the desktop version, which is the Pro. So I want you to click on the desktop version. Click on download for the download to begin. I've already downloaded it, so I won't be downloading further. When the download is done, go to your download folder. As you can see, this is my downloaded file. Double click on it. Then click yes for the installation to start. I've already installed this on my PC, so I won't be installing further. So when the installation is done, the shortcut of the app will be created on your PC. So to launch it, you can just come here and then double click on it. If it's not here, go to your start menu. Go to your start menu and search for Earth Pro. Double click here to launch the app. Okay, so this is the app's interface. Click on close to close this window. So in this environment or in this window, we have the globe here. We have what we call the toolbar, and it contains various tools for the work you're doing. We have what we call the sidebar here. It consists of various panels, and we have the menu bar. We have what we call the status bar, which shows the coordinate of the various location that your pointer might be at a point in time. Here's the status bar. Now in your sidebar, we have what we call the search bar, where you can use to search for various locations. We have what we call places. Places store the various layers you are working with in this surface. And we have the layers. The layers shows you the default functionalities within this app that you can work with. Let's start with the search bar. So right now you're not at any specific location, you are just somewhere on the globe. And before we use the search bar, I want you to take note of the navigation bar. This will help you to move either clockwise, anti-clockwise, or in any direction you want to go. And if you want to be positioned at the north exactly, come here on this end icon, just double click and you realize you are positioned in the north direction perfectly. This is the zoom in and the zoom out button, so you can make use of the the scroll here to either zoom in or zoom out. So let's search for some specific places. Let's say we are looking for facilities in KNUST. So just go to your search bar, type, and then click on search. As you can see in the sidebar, we have the some results from the search we just opt for. So if you need to go to each of these facilities one by one, you just have to click on the links and then it will take you there. We have the KNSC Community Center, Daycare Center, and UITS, Gas Sport Complex, and many others. As you can see in your image environment, those places or facilities are highlighted, whereby you can just zoom in and then go and visit them. Let's say we are looking for tourist sites in Ghana, so just go to your search bar and just type tourist site in Ghana. Click on search. As you can see, the results are lined up here, so if you need to visit any of them one by one, just click on the link and you will be there. So let's say we want to visit Kakum National Park, so just click on this link. So here we are. What else do we need to look at? Supermarkets in Ghana. We have a lot of them. And if you are looking for event centers in Ghana, we have the Greenwood, Cove, Victoria Garden, and a lot more. So whatever location you're looking for, when you just come to your search bar, just write your description and the result will come and you choose the best that applies to you. Two more, then we are out of here. Let's look for airports in Ghana. Kotoka and the rest. Amazing. Next, let's search for water bodies in Ghana. Let's go to Lake Volta and see what's happening. So here we are. Oti. Amazing. River Pra. Okay. Tunnel. Next, let's look for tertiary institutions in Ghana. Okay, so there are a lot here you can explore. Next, we want to look at how to get directions from here. So to get direction from one place to another, click on this button here, get directions. And let's say we are moving from Kumasi to Obuasi. Click on get directions. So you can see the direction indicated on the map, and when you come to your sidebar, you can see the various notable features that will help you to navigate your way. You can see the description here, heads out toward this move, and finally you'll be at Obuasi. Okay, so let's say we want to save this to our layers. The next time we come, we don't have to search for it. We just go to our layers and find it. Come and click on this button, copy the current set to my result. So just click here, then come to my places. You realize that our search is added to our my places folder. So whenever you need it, let's close this search. Whenever I need it, I don't have to go back and search. I just have to come to my places panel, this layer, click on it. Next, I want us to look at the layers panel in our sidebar. Now, if this margin is too small, you can just increase it by dragging this up here. If this is turned off, you can turn it on by clicking on one of these layers. Let's say places. So when my places does it, it gives you the name of the notable, let's say, landmarks that can be identified in your image environment right here. You realize that when this was turned off, you wouldn't see some features as when this is on. You realize Malcolm Ghana was not here, this notable features were not here. But when you turn on my places, you realize that it gives you what, or it highlights, gives you the name of those places on the image. Now we have another layer called photo. It shows you the pictures or the photos taken at some specific locations. So this icon represents the photos icon. To better understand it, just click on it and see what is there. Realize at this point, this is showing the giving an overview of what this building looks like. Now let's click on roads. What does the road features do? It highlights the road networks within the area you are looking at. It highlights the road network. You realize when the road was turned off, you are only seeing the major road. You don't really see the road networks across this area. But when this feature is turned on, you realize that all the road networks are highlighted for you. Next, you want to look at terrain. To better appreciate this, we want to look at an area where there is a lowland and a highland. So you want to go to your search bar and search for Afajato. Here. This was supposed to be a mountain, but you can see this place is leveled. You don't see any difference on the land surface. Now I want you to hold the shift key on your keyboard and then scroll up on your mouse. As you can see, this place is really leveled. You don't see any difference in the the surface. So what the terrain helps you to identify is the highlands, and it helps you to differentiate the features, the nature of the land. Let me put it that way. It helps you to know the nature of the land. So let's appreciate this. Turn this on. Now you can see the terrain, the highlands and the lowlands. It's no longer leveled. Now you're able to appreciate this feature more. You can hold your shift key and then turn your scroll wheel down. Great. So you can save this result to your layers panel, so that whenever you need to take a look at it, you just go there and then double click and it takes you here. Now let's turn off this layer and go to our toolbar and look at the various tools present. We have what we call the place mark. It helps you to pin a location on this surface. We have the polygon tool, helps you to extract areas by means of polygon. We have the path tool. We have the ruler to help you to take measurements of features. Let's say you want to measure an area of a certain place, or you want to measure perimeter or the length of a road. This feature will help you to do all of that. So before we start applying these tools, I want you to create a folder. So come to my places panel, places here. Click on my right click on my places, select add, select folder. I want you to name this folder GIS and remote sensing, which is RS. So I want you to name this folder GIS and RS. As you can see, this folder is created right here. So I want you to go to your search bar and then look for your hometown. Go to your search bar and look for your hometown. Go to your search bar and look for your hometown. Then look for where you stay, the building in which you stay. So this is signifying my hometown. Look for the building where you stay, your family house, your house, or whatever it is. So assuming this is mine, this is where I stay. Let's assume. Okay. Assuming this is where I stay, if I want to mark this feature, I'll just use the place mark tool here. So I click on this and put it on top of my building. Let's say this is my house, so let me name it my house. As you can see, the latitude and the longitude, the coordinate of this point I've just selected on this map is right here. Now you can change the specific icon you want to use for this demonstration. To change that, come and click on this button here, and you can use any of this. I want to see myself standing on top of my house, so I'm using this icon and then click OK. So you realize the icon has changed, but it's still a place mark tool we are using. If you are satisfied with this result, just click OK, and you realize that this is saved in my folder. This is saved in my folder called GIS and RS. Now if this is not in your folder, you want to drag it from wherever it is and come and drop it here. Now the next thing I want you to do is use the measurement tool. This is a measurement tool right here. Use the measurement tool to measure the perimeter of this building as well as the area. So click on this. Now you can drag this and drop it wherever you want to place it. So the measurement tool has so many options. Either you want to measure a line, feature, path, polygon, circle, and the rest. So in this example, we are coming to measure a polygon, which is a building. So I wanted to select the polygon to right here. And you see the moment I've selected any of these two, the cursor has changed. So I want you to look for the corners of this specific building. Look for the corners of this specific building and select them accordingly. So assuming these are the corners of my building right here. You can see the perimeter is this and the area is this. Now the units matters. For this tutorial or this lesson, we are going to work in meters and square meters. So if your unit is not in meters or square meters, I want you to click on this button and change the unit. Change the unit to meters or square meters. Now when you're done, I want you to save this by clicking on the save button here. Name it measurement of my house. One thing I want you to take note of is the style and the color. Now originally this place will have been filled and outlined, and this whole place will be covered. It won't be transparent as you saw earlier. So I want you to make this only outline. So I want you to click on this button and select outline from here. Now you can change the color. You can change the color to your preferred color. Let's say yellow. It was originally red, so let's say yellow. And you can change the width for visibility. By default your width will be 1. I want you to make it either 2 or 3 for visibility sake. Now when you come to this tab called measurement, this menu, you see the perimeter and the area associated with this polygon you have just created. The value is here, but because the unit of measurement is vast, you are seeing that the perimeter is 0 meanwhile it's not 0. So I want you to change this unit to test and change this to square meters. I realize that the values are presented as it were. After you are done, click OK. Measurement of my house is not in my folder. I want it to be in my folder, so I'll just drop it here. Make sure it's exactly on top of your folder, and here it is in my folder. Now the next thing I want you to do is I want you to find the distance from your hometown to your house. The distance from your hometown to your house. So you're going to be making use of the line feature here. So I want you to select the line feature in your measurement tool. Come and click a point on your hometown. Then go and click this exact point you have selected on your house. When you're done, I want you to save this and name it hometown to house. Hometown to house. You can as well come to style and color, change the color, change the width to your preferred width, and click OK. And I want you to make sure whatever you are doing in this lesson is in your GIS and RS folder. Make sure whatever you are doing is in your GIS and RS folder. Now the next thing I want us to look at is the path feature. Let's say this is a major road in or closest to my hometown, and I want to look at the path I will take from my house till I get to that major road. Okay, madam. So we are going to make use of the path tool here to find the So moving from my house, I'll walk from here, go through this path, make sure you are moving in the center of the road. So there's no obstruction on your way. If you're not moving on top of buildings, it's not possible. So make sure you zoom in and you're seeing the road layer well and you're moving on the road. Um, I'm almost there. So I'm finally at my major road. So this is the path from my house, right here in my house, to the nearest major road. So I wanted to save this my house to major road, and I want to change the color so it doesn't conflict with other line features I've created. So let me make this color purple. That's not bad. My width is okay. So right now I've created the 4 features: hometown to my house, measurement of my house, and my house to major road. What's the next feature you want to explore? Is I want to measure the distance from my house to my hostel on campus, right? So this is my house. Select the line feature from your ruler tool. So here, select my house. My house is somewhere in the Volta region. Coming to Kumasi is a big deal. So I'll just come to my search bar and search for, let's say, I'm at Frontline Premium Tower. So I'll just come and search for that location. And here I am. So just locate the middle of this building and place your placement. And go ahead and save this. So let's say my house to my hostel. Let me change this color to blue. and save this. Make sure whatever you're doing is in your folder so you can drag and drop it. Now there's one feature called the straight view. So what the straight view does is it takes you on the street and the location you are in. This is it right here to your right side, far right. So if you want to use this functionality, you just have to drag it, and wherever you see the blue line is wherever in it will take effect when you place it. So let's place this here. What will happen when we place this here? So it will take us along the street, right? So okay, it will keep it going. And then you can make use of your cursor and change your direction. Initially we're going backwards, but right now we are moving forward. So it will help you to navigate or find your way out by going along the streets. And if you want to switch between the street and the ground view, you can just come and toggle between these two icons. So if I come here, I'll be making use of the ground view. Now if you want to exit all this and go back to default, just come to exit ground level view, and then you're back to where you were. The next thing we want to look at is how to create a map in this environment. How to create a map. Now what makes a map is a map element. Without a map element, what you're looking at is just an image. So the map is made up of the map title, the image you're working with, legend, your north arrow to show your north direction, your scale bar. Yeah, those are the notable. So let's look at how to create a map in this environment. So we have this tool called save image here. Save image. I want you to click on that tool, and then okay, I want us to make the map in KNOST. So just go to your search bar and search for KNOST. I think this view is okay. So as you can see, this is where you edit your title. So let's say this is map of KNOST. Description is not needed, so you can clear that option. And then your map title should always be in your top middle side on the map, and your legend should be at your bottom right corner. Your north arrow right here. You can see that all the map elements are just placed all over the map, so you have to move them to the appropriate location. So you can see the north arrow here. I want you to take it out of here and place it where it's meant to be. It's right out to your top right or your top left corner. And your scale bar, make sure you place it at the perfect location, your bottom left corner. So this is the legend. Now the legend is created based on your zoom level on your map. Okay, I created a map before looking for KNOST, I guess. So the legend or the notable feature in that environment was my house. That's why the legend was on my house. Now that I've changed the map extent, I have to adjust my legend. So to do that, open your legend just click on it to open and come to refresh from view, and you realize that all the notable features within this place are in my legend right here. So whenever you change your map extent, you have to refresh and change your legend as well. Now when you're satisfied with your result, we can see our map title, we can see our north arrow, our legend is right here, our scale bar is right here. So we can go ahead and save this image. We can go ahead and save this image by clicking this button here. Then look for a suitable location on your computer and save it. By now you should have a folder on your computer called RS and GIS. So all the work that you'll be doing with regards to this course will be saved there for your own good. So let's say this is map. Map of KNOS. I already had one, so let me say 2 on my desktop. So the image is saved. You can change the resolution here. If that's not the resolution you want, the default is this, so you can change to this and others as you prefer. Now when you come to map options, the map elements are here. So if there's an element you don't want to include, you can just turn it off. So let's say we are not looking forward to extracting a map, rather we want to extract just an image of this area. I'll just have to turn off the map element so they wouldn't be on my map, and select the styling. This is okay. Click any empty space and you can see that my map elements are turned off. I can go ahead and then save this image by clicking on save image. Then I'll just say this is KNOST image. This is KNOST image. Right. So let's go to wherever we save our output and let's see the result. KNOST image. Where's map of KNOST? 2. Okay, this is it. So this is a map that we just created from Google Earth Pro. And this is the image we just extracted. KNOST image. The next thing is we want to look at what we call the historical imagery tool right here. Where you see this timer, that's the historical imagery tool. So this tool can help you toggle between the years behind you up to the current year and see how the area you are looking at has evolved over some number of years period. So let's say this is it. When you see that time, you can tell currently we're in June 2024. So these are the features notable in KNOST in this year, June 2024. Let's go back to the year, let's say 2011. 2011, and let's see how the land was. How was KNOST? What notable facilities were here in the year 2011, but not here as we talk in the year 2024. You can see this area was not here in the year 2011. The student clinic was there. So when you zoom in, you realize that there are some features that were not here in the year 2011, but when it comes to 2024, realize those features are present. Let's see, this basketball court, was it here in the year 2011? No, there's only the football field. But when it comes to 2024, you realize that feature is here. So you can see how the land has evolved over some number of over some time period. That's what the historical imagery tool helps you to identify. So you can go to your hometown and look at maybe 10 years behind. How was it? How was it looking like compared to the current year, and see the changes that have occurred, any difference, notable difference, significant changes that are occurred that must be taken note of. You can do that. I think we have exhausted all the functionalities we'll be using for purpose of this study. Now, before we snap out of here, I want you to take note of some fun features. Currently, you're looking at Earth, the globe. Now, what if we want to explore the sky? You can just come to this tool here and then toggle between each of these features that you want to explore. If it is the sky, just click on it, and you realize when I click on the sky, the default layers in our layers panel has changed. So these are the notable features when you come to sky. We have what we call the sky imagery, the solar system, and the other layers, as you can see here. So this is the sky. Welcome to sky. You can notice the galaxies and the constellations. How about the Mars, the planet Mars? What's going on Mars? As you can see, the primary database in our layers panels has already changed to the features associated with this area we have come to, which is Mars. What if we are the moon? The moon. The moon. So you realize with remote sensing, you don't really need a spacecraft to visit Mars. Just by visiting Google Earth Pro, you can explore Mars, explore the moon, explore the sky, and explore the Earth. So you can go around and then explore this, look at what you want to take note of. Now let's go back to Earth. Before we end this tutorial, I want us to look at how to export features from Google Let's Go to your desktop or to your working folder. So if you need to export this this layer, measurement of my house, you just have to right click on it, go to save place as, then you look for the location when you want to save it. You can either save all these layers one by one, or you can save this as a folder that will contain all this. So you want to click on the folder RS and remote sensing and just go to save places and save it wherever you want to save it. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.